Unfulfilled expectations destroy 90% of traders. You have an expectation to win, you have an expectation to make money, you have an expectation to get a payout. You compound it over and over in your mind, giving it more power, more strength, more control. Then what happens when those expectations don't get fulfilled? Ancient caveman brain comes online, and it is only a matter of time before you lose, before you fade away, before you crash and burn. Okay guys, let's do it. Here we go. What is going on everyone, and welcome back to another trading video. So it is currently the 17th of January 2025, and I am back with another writing reflection. So let's get straight into it. This writing reflection is called Stop Celebrating Getting Funded. It means nothing. Celebrate keeping hold of it instead. Okay, so basically what I've observed over the last couple of weeks, and I've always observed this because this was me. As always, my writing reflections are based and targeted at myself, at my current self. And, you know, the excitement, the euphoria, the infatuation of getting a funded account, because so many people in this day and age, in the prop firm space, you know, once they get funded for the first time, for the second time, or at any stage, they literally believe they have made it. They believe they have won. They believe they have crossed the finish line. And the reason I say that, because this was me, okay? On my own journey, you know, I've had funding, I've lost funding, and I've been stuck in that vicious cycle. And for me, you know, I've seen a couple of videos over YouTube over the last few days about people celebrating getting funded. And in this video, this writing reflection is basically explaining my beliefs, my mindset, my attitude that I want you guys to adopt in getting funded. Because obviously, yes, it's great. It's a great thing because you have a chance to make actual real money, but it is just the beginning. Because once you've got funded, the real work, the real discipline, the real self-control has only just begun. And I see so many people getting infatuated about getting funded. And we know the stats in the prop firm game. Once majority of people get funded, it's a very, very slim chance that you hold on to your funded account. I've seen stats and articles about people holding onto their account for 22 days, only 1% or 2% of people holding onto their funded account for longer than 90 days. And I don't know the exact figure, you know, this could be true, this could be false, but I do know the vicious cycle many traders get stuck in. You secure funding and then you lose it, and then you're stuck in this vicious cycle. Because this was me, okay? I've had funding. You look at my other previous videos, you know I've had funding, and you know I've lost it. So in this writing reflection, I hope I give you some practical tips. I hope I can change your mindset, change your attitude on funding. Because for me personally, yes, once you're funded, it's great, but the real work, the real discipline, the real test, the real result is holding on to it, is maintaining it, okay? So before I break it down even more, let me read out the writing reflection, and then we can break it down in more depth after. So let's get to it. Finally, you have made it. Finally, your time has come. Finally, everything is about to change. All your hard work, all your determination, all your grit has finally paid off. All the pain, frustration, heartache was worth it. All the doubts, all the mistakes, all the worry has led me to this point in time. You are now a funded trader. You now have 6 figures under control. You tell yourself, I'm now in the big leagues. I'm now ready for the real money. I'm now ready to start making the big bucks. You start getting excited. You start working out all the potential returns you're going to make in your head. 5% a month on a 100k account, that's 5k a month. That's 60k a year. That's easy. This is it. Get ready. Everything changes from this moment. Everything changes with this funded account. We have now reached a position in the industry where people believe that once you get funded, you've somehow officially made it. You deserve some respect and honor. You deserve a round of applause. You deserve a graduation ceremony. Traders believe that once you get funded, it's the end of the road. You've crossed the finish line. You've done it. You've made it. You've won. But what have you actually achieved? What have you actually accomplished? All you have done, all you have demonstrated is that you can make the correct decision and follow your rules when there is literally nothing at stake. A few £100 for your challenge, that's it. You want to be great, you want excellence, you want mastery, but yet you're going out and celebrating passing a demo challenge. Don't buy into the hype, don't listen to the noise. Yes, I'm not saying what you have done is completely worthless, but I'm here to tell you that getting funded is only just the beginning. The real work, the real discipline, the real self-control has only just begun. From this moment forward, I want you to cease all expectation on profit and reward. All those little ideas and expectations you had in your head about the potential profits must be eliminated immediately. Unfulfilled expectations destroy 90% of traders. You have an expectation to win. You have an expectation to make money. You have an expectation to get a payout. You compound it over and over in your mind, giving it more power, more strength, more control. Then what happens when those expectations don't get fulfilled? Ancient caveman brain comes online, fight or flight activated, overthrowing your rational mind, leading to stupid, impulsive trading decisions. You start chasing, you start craving, you start wanting, then all of a sudden you have lost all control. Trading plan gone out the window, risk management pushed aside, and before you even get a chance to look up, the damage is already done. Funded account gone within a blink of an eye. This is the vicious cycle majority of traders get themselves into. Get funding, lose funding, repeat it all over again. This is why you have to cease and erase all expectations you hold within. Forget the money, forget the payout, forget the reward. Your one and only objective once funded is holding onto your account for longer than 90 days. Proving to yourself you are who you say you are. Proving to yourself you can hold the line. Proving to yourself that it wasn't a fluke, it wasn't luck, it wasn't a one-off. Proving to yourself that you can stay in the game and keep your funded account. You say you want to become a professional trader. You say you want to do this long term. You say you want to make this work. Then what's 90 days in the grand scheme of things? What's 90 days of cutting your risk and showing elite level of self-control and discipline? What's 90 days of proving to yourself you are who you say you are? Once you have achieved this mission, once you have proved to yourself you are who you say you are, then yes, you have every right to go out and seek your gold. But until you have done this, nothing else matters, nothing else is important. So the choice is yours. Go out and brag about being a new funded trader. Go and put funded trader in your social media bio. Go out and chase those big funded payouts. Or two, prove to yourself you are who you say you are. Prove to yourself that this wasn't a one-off. Prove to yourself that this is only the beginning. Short-term lottery wins now, or long-term, slow and steady consistent gains in the future. The choice is down to you. Make it count. Okay guys, so that is another writing reflection completed. Prove to yourself you are who you say you are. This is a common theme in all my videos because it's the truth. Most people, when they get funded, what do? They get excited, they get euphoric, they get infatuated. So what do? Do you think they slow up? Do you think they hold the line? Do you think they play defense first? No, they get aggressive, they move even faster, they move even quicker because it's human nature, okay? Human nature is to win, okay? Social programming, our ancient survival brain is programmed to win. This is what people do. This is why people lose their funding so quickly. I want you to think the complete opposite. Like I say in my other videos, natural human psychology is the opposite of how you should actually trade. Therefore, we have to show up and work on our mindset daily. Therefore, we have to prove to ourselves we are who we say you are. Because like I said, I truly believe in my previous funding experiences. I truly believe, I got funded through luck, through a one-off. Okay, and this is why I say you must prove to yourself that it wasn't a fluke, it wasn't luck, it wasn't a one-off. How do you do that? By showing yourself and demonstrating to yourself that you can hold on to your funded account for longer than 90 days. Okay, and I had it backwards. My first funded account, I can always remember it, I was very, very excited. I was saying to myself, just like in the note, I was saying to myself, this is it. I'm now in the big leagues. I'm now ready for the real money. I'm now ready to start making the big bucks. I had that expectation to win. I had that expectation of multiple 5-figure, 10-figure payout. Okay, 5K, 10K payout. And what happened? The expectation, I compounded it over and over in my mind. And what happens when expectations do not get fulfilled? Your ancient caveman brain comes online, you're in that survival mindset, and 9 times out of 10, it's automatic. You cannot think, okay? Because are you ever in a position where you've made an incorrect trading decision, but in the moment you cannot see it, but after you can see the reason why? Because in the moment, that is your survival brain. The survival brain is in full control. And then once the threat is neutralized or over, the trade's finished, the market's closed, then your logical, rational brain comes back online. This is why many traders lose the unfulfilled expectations. Like I said, unfulfilled expectations destroy 90% of traders. You have an expectation to win, you have an expectation to make money, you have an expectation to get a payout. You compound it over and over in your mind, giving it more power, more strength, more control. Then what happens when those expectations don't get fulfilled? Ancient caveman brain comes online, and it is only a matter of time before you lose, before you fade away, before you crash and burn, okay? Leading to stupid, impulsive trading decisions. This is the vicious cycle majority of traders get into. This was the vicious cycle I was into for a very long time. I would secure funding, and then all of a sudden, when there's real money involved, when I have that expectation, when I'm wanting, I lose it, and I just repeat the cycle. And this is, we don't want to be doing this, guys. Once we've got funding, we want to keep the funding, we want to hold on to it, and then we want to get more funding or build our personal account. So this is why I want you to cease and erase all expectations. Forget the money, forget the payout, forget the reward. All I want you to do is focus on survival. I say that all the time in my videos because that's what trading is. It is survival of the fittest. Who can stay in the game, who can stay in the fight, who can stay in the battle the longest. And that is how you win. And even if you do not have a funded account, you can apply this way of thinking, this mindset, this attitude towards your personal account. Your one and only objective is survival, because human nature is to go out and attack. Human nature is to go and claim what's yours. That is why if you are a very ambitious person, that is not very good characteristics for the trading realm. You have to learn how to control it. You have to learn how to think in a probability mindset. You have to learn random distribution, okay? Because obviously in trading, you cannot control outcome. Unfortunately, the caveman brain within wants to control outcome. This is why you need to prove to yourself you are who you say you are. Prove to yourself you can hold the line. Prove to yourself that it wasn't a fluke, it wasn't luck, it wasn't a one-off. Because that's what I see all the time. You see all these YouTube videos, I've just got 100k in funding, I've just got max allocation on FTMO, and what happens? Majority of the time they will crash and burn. The prop firms are in the business because they are cashing in. I said it in my previous video, this is why we have to do what's right. We have to think long term. We have to go against our natural human instinct, and this is why it takes daily work. This is why it is every single day. We have to show up, we have to work on our minds, work on our bodies, work on all rounds of life. Because how frustrating is it when you have funding and lose funding? You have to start all over again. That is why once you have funding, cut your risk and just think of long term, longevity, marathon mindset. Like I always say in my other videos, you're thinking of the season, the title, the championship. You don't care about 1 week, 1 month. You are thinking long term. You are thinking the whole year. You want to win the year. You don't want to win the day, you want to win the year. Obviously you want to win the day in your personal realm, but over in the trading space, you want to win the year. Okay, so that is today's video, guys. Stop celebrating getting funding. It literally means nothing. It is worthless. Okay, I admire the person who holds on to their account, who pulls out 1% on their funded account every single month for 12 months. That is the guy I want in my corner. That is the guy I back. That is the guy who will clean up. You see these other people, yeah, they got a 10k payout. But what about next month? Highly likely they lose it, because you see it on social media. You see certain people, 10k payout, next month, where are they to? You do not see them. They are gone. They crash, they burn. Okay, so longevity, slow and steady. Like I always say, again, that number one mantra, 90% of traders lose. What makes you think you're any different? What separates you from the pack? This is it, guys. When everybody else is running off into the distance, we are pacing ourselves. We are going slow. We are going steady. We are thinking methodically. Okay? Playing chess, thinking 1, 2, 3 steps ahead. Art of War. Okay? You can read this book, The Art of War. Apply it to trading. You have to think multiple steps ahead. You have to strike at what is weak and avoid what is strong. Simple as that. So I hope you got some value from this video, guys. Let me know what you think, the good, the bad as always. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you're having a good start to January. Let me know how you're getting on so far in the comments. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.